Ever feel completely drained even when you've had enough rest? Well, today we're going to dive into this amazing tool for boosting your energy that you literally have built in, and that's your own voice. Now, this isn't about becoming a great singer. It's about a really simple, science-backed routine to recharge your body right down to the cellular level. Think of this as your personal guide to a daily vocal tune-up. Okay, let's just jump right in with a number. 15 to 20. Keep that in mind. That's how much you can multiply a key energy-boosting molecule in your body in seconds for free anytime you want. I mean, really think about that. What if you could do something as simple as just humming and use that to flood your system with a molecule that helps fuel your cells? It sounds a little bit like science fiction, doesn't it? But it's not. This is all about the science of your own biology. And honestly, it's way simpler than you might think. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how this whole thing works and give you that practical guide you can start using like today. So, to understand how we can actually increase our energy, we first got to understand why it seems to just disappear. And the answer is deep, deep inside ourselves with our little power generators. All right, say hello to your mitochondria. I love this description. Think of them as the quantum batteries inside every single one of your cells. Their main job? They take the energy from the food we eat and turn it into ATP, which is the molecular fuel that powers, well, literally everything we do. But here's the catch. These little batteries have two very different modes. In energy production mode, they're just crushing it, right? They're efficiently making fuel for growth, for repair. You're thriving. But when they sense a threat, and that can be stress, toxins, even just a lot of anxiety, they switch into defense mode. Science calls this the cell danger response, or CDR. And in this mode, they basically go into a low-power survival state. And you know this feeling. I know you do. If you've ever felt that bone-deep systemic fatigue, that awful brain fog, or that feeling like your engine is just carbonized and you can't get going, you know exactly what this low-power state feels like. Your energy isn't gone. Your cellular batteries have just shifted their priorities to defense. So the big question is, how do we consciously send a safety signal to our cells? How do we tell our mitochondria, hey, the threat is over, it's safe to come out now? How do we get them back into high-efficiency energy production? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, and it all starts with a sound. And this is where it gets really, really cool. Our first and maybe most powerful tool for sending that safety signal is humming. Yeah, that's it. This simple act turns your own body into a pharmacy, producing a critical molecule on demand. That molecule is nitric oxide, or NO. So it's what's called a potent vasodilator, which is just a fancy way of saying it relaxes and opens up your blood vessels. Why is that a huge deal? Because wider blood vessels are like bigger highways for oxygen delivery to your cells. And oxygen, well, oxygen is the final, absolutely essential ingredient your mitochondria need to make energy. Without enough of it, your cellular engines just can't run at full power. Simple as that. And this brings us right back to our number from the very beginning. Research from the amazing Karolinska Institute found that the simple act of humming increases the production of nitric oxide in your nasal passages by 15 to 20 times. That's not a typo. It's a direct, measurable effect that maximizes fuel delivery right to your cellular engines, specifically to that final stage of energy production, the electron transport chain. And you can do this right now. It's a technique called Brahmari, or bee breath. It's so simple. You just find a comfortable spot, gently close your lips, take a breath in through your nose, and then on the exhale, you make a steady, low-pitched sound for the entire breath. Just 5 minutes of this is enough to get that massive NO boost. Seriously, give it a try. Okay, so we've boosted our fuel delivery system, which is awesome, but now we need to send that all-important safety signal to our cells, and for that, we need to tune our nervous system. And this is where the vagus nerve comes into play. You can think of it as the main communication superhighway, connecting your brain to all your organs. It's the master switch that flips you from that stressed-out fight or flight state into the calm rest and digest state. And here's the absolute key. It's physically connected to your vocal cords. This means your voice is like a remote control for your entire nervous system. And look, there's real science backing this up. A study from 2022, now it was done on rats, but it's still fascinating, found that directly stimulating the vagus nerve actually repaired mitochondrial dysfunction and improved brain outcomes after a major stress event. Using your voice is a natural, free way to create this exact same kind of stimulation. And you know what's so cool? It's not just about humming. The very way you speak matters. Using a warm, melodic rhythm in your voice, that's called prosody, also stimulates that vagus nerve, constantly sending little you're safe signals to yourselves. And even deeper practices like chanting can have a direct physical effect. The vibrations can literally help tune up your mitochondria's energy output through resonance. Okay, so we've covered a lot of the science, right? Let's put it all together. Let's boil it down into a super simple daily practice that you can start using immediately. This is it. This is your core routine, your cheat sheet you can come back to anytime. All right, here's your daily vocal tune-up. Number 1, the NO boost. Start your day or take a 5-minute break with some of that low-frequency humming or bee breath. Number 2, the safety signal. Throughout your entire day, just be a little more mindful of how you speak. Try to use a warm, rhythmic tone to keep sending those safety signals. And then number 3, and this is optional, the mechanical tune-up. If you want to go deeper, spend just a minute creating a deep, resonant tone like "Om," and feel that vibration. You know, when you really step back and think about it, this is about so much more than just a few biohacks. It's about reconnecting with something fundamental. I love this quote: "Our mitochondria are the bridge where the sun's energy trapped in the carbon bonds of our food is finally liberated back into the light of human consciousness." So when you feel energized, you are literally shining with the light of the sun. How cool is that? So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. If your voice is a direct, resonant signal to every single cell in your body, influencing whether they feel safe or threatened, what are you telling them right now? Just pay a little more attention to your own voice today and see what you notice. You might be surprised by what you hear.